Recently, my sister and I had a tragic incident happen to someone very near and dear to us. It has affected us spiritually, emotionally, physically, and in all ways.
And that incident was our mum. She fell suddenly, instantly, 5 meters from an aero bridge at work. It happened quickly, it happened rapidly. She wasn't meant to make it through, and yet we are
She did.
It is 6 weeks later, and we are now navigating the aftercare where
something occurs in a single moment, and it's not just that moment, but it affects you long term in every way.
I think it's important that we speak about it. My sister and I, we have been each other's rocks. We are each other's safety throughout this time because we are holding space for each other, our mum, but yet trying to navigate our own lives as our own lives have been put on hold due to this tragic incident. And we wouldn't have it any other way, looking after and being here for our mum 24/7, because we are so utterly grateful that she is living. But we also believe that many people probably have had some shared experiences where a tragic incident has happened and it's happened to a loved one, and now they had to navigate everything.
And we want to shed light on the importance of navigating it and the long-term effects on it, and how that single moment just changes absolutely everything in your life in a moment.
Over the past 6 weeks, obviously your whole life has changed as well. How has it affected you? And this is clearly real and raw, because at this time we are navigating this in real life time. And since the incident, we have held it together somehow. I feel like our divine team and our guardian angels have allowed us to hold this space. And I think now that I'm asking Sienna a question, it is a little bit confronting and triggering, because we haven't had a chance to stop and think about us and the situation. In which way emotionally has it affected you?
It has affected me a ton emotionally, and it's also challenged me and shown me how I hold things. So it's changed the perception on not only my mum and how you need to hold loved ones near and dear, but also myself and how I've held the situation and how I've dealt with my emotions. How do you think the situation has affected you emotionally?
I think when the incident happened, something came over the top of me, and I know it did too, where it's like, okay, you just need to be strong. Mm-hmm. You need to be strong for mum, and like need to be strong for you as my little sister as well. Mm-hmm. But also we have worked hard on being positive. So we did everything from a positive light. You know, it's going to be okay. We were speaking to mum when she was in ICU and working on all things healing and nourishment and moving forward to be as positive as possible. But how has it affected me emotionally is trying to hold it all together, is trying to hold navigating myself and my own health, navigating how to deal with a situation like this, like what's going to happen to mum in the future. Yes, right now she's perhaps recovering, but it's a moment by moment. We were in emergency the other night, things change rapidly. So it's trying to not even lead with emotion. It's like putting your emotion aside. And as women, we operate from emotion. It's our first instinct. So it's trying to be honest, we've stepped more in our masculine in order to hold that space and be capable to keep moving forward. And there's this inner strength that's just come out of nowhere.
Yes, there's an inner strength that has definitely just come out of nowhere, because when the situation happened, I surprised myself also with how I was holding everything together. Because I would think in the past, if some incident was going to happen in my life, how would I deal with it? And I didn't expect how I was going to deal with it the way I have. I also felt like I had to be really strong. I know she's my older sister, but I know it's still going to affect her. So I know I also had to be strong. And I did. I felt like I was also holding it all together, like it's going to be okay, like that positive mindset my sister was talking about. and how we've done all the work to stay positive. So I also did have the sense of needing it to hold it together. But the truth is you don't always need to.
Yes.
And especially if you have someone and you need to cry, you can let it out.
But, you know, we're still emotionally keeping it together at this stage. Reason being is because, like I said, it's not day by day for us. It's moment by moment. 1 hour, mum might need us. She might be sleeping. The next minute, she's in excruciating pain. The next moment, she's confused because someone in your life is going through a complete loss of identity, trying to figure themselves out, trying to understand how you can go from operating so quickly day to day, living your normal life, to then having a tragic incident and learning how to speak or get your sentences together again, or not being able to walk for X amount of time, or relearning the basic things, and loss of independence. The loss of independence is gone. So us as carers need to be able to hold that space and can't show emotions. And yes, there has been times where I have shown emotions, and unfortunately it didn't do good for my mum because it put her in a state of distress and anxiety, when that was the last thing that I should have done, but I was at capacity. And it's happened a few times. So then I thought to myself, okay, I cannot keep pouring from a glass half empty. And this is a life lesson, is that if I'm not okay, then I can't be okay for that other person. So then what I started doing is, okay, I need to, in order for me to feel safe and feel great for the situation at hand and everything going on, I need to include breath work in my morning routine to settle my vagus nerve and my nervous system. I need to go for a walk and have those moments of clarity where I'm doing something for me. And I think that being a carer to a loved one throughout that stage, it feels selfish to do something like that. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
But it is probably going to be the best thing that you can do, because
put yourself first.
Yeah, because you show up better for that person. Whereas when I was at capacity and then I probably said a comment, or I had attitude, or I snapped, is because I couldn't take it anymore. And throughout that time, we were endlessly in hospital from 5 a.m. in the morning until late evenings. We were dealing with some other things on the side, like just general life day to day. And that's a lot. I mean, I'm 27, my sister's 19. So how do you feel? Like, do you believe throughout this situation you've put yourself first? Like, what's the importance of it for you?
In this situation, I don't think I've put myself first that much. Maybe I put myself first more emotionally to take time to myself. But one thing I haven't done is I haven't put myself first physically. Like, I haven't done any form of workout the whole time. And I know that me working out makes me feel better, but I'm still not doing it. And that's one way I'm betraying myself and my health and making me feel better, because being physical does help you. It helps you in many ways. It helps you, especially mentally, with mental clarity. And I've just put that to the side, and I'm just like, it's fine, I don't need to do it. But I know deep down that I need to. I know that I need to do it. And I still haven't done it.
And I guess this is, think this is a lesson for anyone, just general day-to-day life, whether you have had an incident in your family, whether you're going through a struggle, or you're so happy in life, whatever that may be, you can never pour from a half glass empty, because you're never going to be right for anyone.
If you're not okay with yourself.
No. So do those things, those non-negotiables for you, whatever they may be, even if it's 5 minutes of reading a book or 5 minutes of standing outside with no social media. Because if you're not right, you can't even be right for a cafe worker taking your order. You're probably going to be narky at them because you're angry.
And you're going to take it out on somebody else.
Yes. And to be a better human is just to be putting yourself first. And, you know, we got to take our own advice sometimes of what we're saying right now. We're trying to. But this is the thing.
It is easier said than done.
It is.
But you need to find it within yourself to take those steps. And people can only give you so much advice or tell you something, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to change it and to take the step. So you need to find the courage within yourself, definitely.
Yeah.
And we all have it inside of us. It may be buried 10 feet under, but you need to find it, and it will help tremendously. The injury that took place happened in seconds, but the aftermath of it, we are still living through it.
I mean, like accidents like this, they happen so fast. But then how's the aftermath been? It's been messy. We're living in the unknown. And it's not only for our mum. Like our mum, it has a huge, ginormous road to recovery of all levels, intellectually, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and coming back to who she once was. And she may not. And this is the thing, someone that has had a brain injury,
her identity's been stripped away.
Yes.
Because something traumatic has happened.
And in the mix of it, the people that are closest to her, their life and their identity is altering and changing too.
New challenges
they're faced every moment. And the hardest thing is going through something like this, which I'm sure other people have too, is that when something happens like this, everyone is in a rush to contact you as it's being posted or as it's being undergone, and everyone wants to know everything, and everyone's sending their love, which is so beautiful. But now 6 weeks on, that's all died down because
and there's nothing, and everyone thinks this is what we mean, the aftermath. It is just as effective, if not more, than the actual moment in the few seconds an incident has happened. Like, we are probably more greatly affected now, but no one's there now. It's just us.
And we just have each other to lean on. And my heart goes out to people that go through things that they don't have anyone else to lean on, because it is so easy to go into such a dark place in your mind, especially if there's maybe outer influences or there's other things going on in your life that started occurring prior to this tragic incident happening. And this is the thing, is that no one really speaks about it. Everyone's like, it's 6 weeks on, everything's okay. She's seeing doctors, she's doing this, they're okay. But no, our lives are still changed. Our lives,
we are still facing something new every day, a new emotion, a new challenge, a new perspective. We're thinking, how do we deal with this? Is this right? Is this wrong?
Yeah.
It's probably harder now than ever because everything's just coming through and it's just processing.
Yeah. And this is like, I guess trauma is defined in many ways, and whatever you perceive trauma to be. But it's for us, this, yes, 100%. Our mum, almost losing our mum, was 100% traumatic for us. And I think that we're trying to navigate things in real life time. And I have already started seeing a therapist. My sister hasn't as of yet, but that's something that I still urge, is to seek help in whichever way that may be for you throughout that time. I guess it's hard at the same time, because to also seek help could cost money, and then a lot of people don't have the financial means to do so, like me.
Me.
And it's hard. It's hard. I think, do you know what, actually, the message in this is that if you also have friends and family that are going through something traumatic, check in on them, even if it's like a 10-second call or a text message, just to say that I'm thinking of you, or reach out, because it feels like it's a lonely place. And in places like this, it can get lonely either way, because you're the only one sitting through your thoughts, you're the only one going through those actions. But I think it's just having more compassion, more sympathy, and more care, because sometimes if people say that they are okay, they're generally maybe not.
Okay.
And I think that with me, I've lost a lot of safety within this. And I think that when a woman loses, because I already don't feel safe in other areas of my life, so when a woman doesn't feel safe, everything just sort of stops. Like, you just stop receiving everything. You need to work through it. You need to face it head on. And we're trying to face things head on, as well as going through these lifetimes, and it's surviving. And I don't want to survive anymore. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to fucking survive. I think what we're really trying to do here is shed light and close the gap and speak about the gap that is going on when someone faces some sort of event, whether it's near and dear or going through an identity change, because I'm going to speak on behalf of women because that's what we are. We're expected to cope. We're expected to carry and to
hold it all together.
Yeah, and we're expected to be grateful that we've survived this, or we're surviving it day by day. But the thing is like, where is the care? And it feels like the only place that you can receive the care is from yourself, and generally from within, and creating tools, your own tools for coping mechanisms to get yourself through this. And for us, I think that it's just important for us to shed light and just speak about it, because yes, it's happening for us in real time, but also I believe that we're doing an injustice to someone else going through it that doesn't feel like they have the voice to speak about this.
And we are hoping we can bring a new perspective or perception to help others that are going through the same thing.
This is not just our story. This is happening everywhere. And I mean, if there is any questions that you have that you want us to perhaps even ask or talk about or answer, should I say, we're here, and we'll be an open book. I feel as though we're creating a platform to be a vessel to be able to speak the truth, and what our truth is based on our experiences and your own shared experiences. So all you can do day by day is breathe, moment by moment, and be grateful for the smallest things in your life, even the cup of coffee. I mean, we are, aren't we?
Definitely.